Hi, this is Shannon coming to you from Afghanistan with part 4 of my 10-part series, Shannon Blitzes OCD, where I talk about my strategy and some of the techniques that I found helpful in overcoming OCD. First, what do I mean by overcoming OCD? My original goal was to get to a place where OCD did not adversely affect my life, and that's what I tell other people to do. Think about that. How do you get to a place where OCD does not adversely affect your life? We don't care whether OCD exists if it doesn't adversely affect our life. You'll learn more about that when I go on with the strategy. For me, I'm very fortunate and blessed that OCD doesn't affect me at all anymore. People ask me if I'm cured. I don't say that I'm cured. I say that I don't care whether it comes back because I know what I'll do. Let's review the strategy real quick once again. Number 1, you don't have to be perfect at implementing the strategy. Just try your best. 2, treat OCD as an entity other than yourself. I am not OCD. OCD is not me. 3, identify the thoughts that you believe are caused by OCD and then attribute them to the disorder. 4, allow the thoughts to be in your mind. Don't try to resist them. Don't try to replace them. And 5, resist giving into those compulsions at all costs. All right. Ground rule number 3. Identify the thoughts that we believe are caused by OCD and attribute them to OCD. How do I do that? I hear this all the time. I just don't know. How do I know if it's OCD? Here's the key. You don't need to know, right? OCD is not going to let you have certainty. When I learned that, when I finally learned that OCD would not give me certainty, I changed the way I thought about it. If OCD is not going to let me have certainty, then certainty cannot be my objective. My objective needs to be, how do I move forward despite having uncertainty? So I lowered my threshold on identifying the thoughts. If I believed even just slightly that a thought was caused by OCD, I made a conscious decision that I was going to treat it as OCD. Here's some hints or some techniques. Is the thought consistent with my theme? Does this feel like OCD? People who suffer from OCD know what it feels like when OCD is acting up. 3, is it intrusive? Is it repetitive? Is it unwanted? Is it causing me anxiety? Is it leading to a compulsion? That is some action designed to help me reduce my present state of anxiety. We all know that giving in to a compulsion might give you some immediate relief, but gosh, we know it comes back twice as strong, and it feeds OCD. So if you're feeling like that, if it's acting like that, I often say, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Same with OCD. If I even triggered that threshold a little bit, I decided I was going to treat it as OCD and attribute it to that disorder. And remember what I said about ground rule number 2. I'm treating the disorder as something other than myself, something that's trying to destroy me, trying to destroy my family. I attributed it to OCD. I don't have to take responsibility for that thought being in my mind. So that's number 3. Keep a positive attitude with all of this. And don't ever forget rule number 1. You don't have to be perfect at it. Just try your best. Okay, stay tuned for part 5, where we get into the real meat of the strategy. What do we do with those thoughts? Have a great day. Out here.